What's going on, guys? It's Cliffy here today, back playing for the Wizards in some one-day cricket. It's actually quite funny. When the Wellington Firebirds innings we got it out there in the end, when that was getting simulated, I actually for some reason thought that we were playing a T20, and the side was only on about 80 runs off 20 overs. I thought, God, this is going to be an easy chase, and then I realised it's not a T20. The Wizards aren't in the game in this, so back here, we've been around like a little bit. Obviously, we've been applying our trade in the Northern Hemisphere. God, my words are all over the place this morning. Northern Hemisphere, playing in the County Championship, County One Day Cup, etc., etc. We've played a couple of games for the Australian national side as well, I believe, and just a few other things. So really are going around, back now where it all began, playing for the Wizards one day, and hopefully we can go out and score some runs, add to that average, and that record, that one-day record that already is pretty impressive, the 650s and the 400s. We'd like to go and probably get, I guess, a few more 50s on there, a few more starts where possible, but the conversion rate, you have to agree with, is pretty good. So we're going to come back. I was going to say come back for 3. It was a very close 3. I actually thought we were going to be run out there for a second, but not quite the case. These two teams were actually in action yesterday. The Wizards were playing the Knights. This is in our T20 comp. And the Firebirds were playing the Otago Volts. And both these teams lost. I know the Kings, or the Wizards, the Kings is the T20 name for the Canterbury franchise. They lost by, I think, about 12 runs, just couldn't quite get there in the end. And Wellington, who are the defending champs, didn't really do too well, and they haven't done too well all season, really, coming back for 2. And that's something you don't see very often from Cliffy, really pushing hard, but then I did realise it was the last ball of the over, and I do want to try and keep the strike if possible. So we really are limited when it comes to run scoring options at the moment, as Andy Mackay, former New Zealand quickman, comes running in. That was, I don't know what I was trying to do there. I was really trying to go and just try and run it fine, rather than go and play it through the covers. But speaking of left armers, the thing that everyone is going to be talking about, I actually put a post up about it on my Facebook page last night, was Mitchell Starc and how quick he was bowling yesterday. That was close. 160.4 kilometres per hour. And I don't think that was even the delivery that broke McCullum's bat. I think he actually bowled that one to Ross Taylor. But that is quick. That is some serious heat. I saw it, and like he'd been bowling obviously around the late 140s, early 150s previously to that. And when I was watching the text commentary, I thought, surely that's a mistake. It must be 150.4. But no, it was actually 160.4 k's an hour, which roughly translates. It wasn't quite 100 miles per hour. If you round it up, basically, I think it was 99.67. Possibly miles per hour. So as I said, not quite the 100, but a very quick thunderbolt nonetheless. And I've actually had a lot of people that have come to me and said about the New Zealanders, because when Australia were batting, and Dave Warner obviously scored that 253 in the first innings, which was followed up, I guess, by Kawaja's 120 odd that he scored as well, that the game was done and dusted for New Zealand. But thanks to a massive partnership yesterday from Kane and Ross. Get back there. God, Kane and Ross Taylor. Kano carrying on his fine run of form. He scored 160, I think. Roscoe's still in at the moment, 235, not out, and still with a bit to play. But New Zealand only trailing, I think, now by about 60 runs. And they've still got 4 wickets left in hand. Bear in mind, the tail that we have in this game, probably a wee bit longer than usual. Mark Craig was expected to bat at 7, but it was Doug Bracewell that actually came out. He's out, but Mark Craig's still in there. So Matt Henry's still to come, and Tim Southey and Trent Bolt, who are guys that, they can bat. They're no mugs, but you're not going to expect most of the runs to come from them. But only 60 behind, and a lot of people were saying that basically on that first day, New Zealand had gone and lost the test, but I think now it probably is going to be heading towards a draw more than anything. Because, I think that was the end of day 3. It must have been the end of day 3. And, yeah, no one's got past their first innings yet. Damn it, I thought I had some overthrows there. I thought I was going to have some overthrows. I'm so disappointed not to have the overthrows. we've really brought the, well, I mean, the required run rate wasn't high to start with, but we have really gone and brought it down. Cliffy, that is magnificent! That is what I've been practicing. I've actually been playing quite a few nice cut shots lately, and there's another one. Required run rate has gone down below 5, which is good to see. And yeah, I don't really have anything else in the New Zealand Australian game to talk about. I actually went to some live cricket yesterday, which wasn't really, I guess, advertised much here in Christchurch. But that was the White Ferns taking on Sri Lanka. It was, well, I would say, a good game and a boring game at the same time. The White Ferns made 190 batting first. Both openers got off to a flying start, and it was, I guess you could say it was a little bit one-sided. 190, I think, for 190 for 4 or 3, because I think someone retired, Sarah McGlashan retired hurt, I think. And she was batting at number 4. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they were just 4 down. But then the Sri Lankans' reply was very pedestrian and not much really happening. Blast that one over cover. Cliffy, I love it! Goes aerial for the first time in the innings, but yeah, a real hiding in that game. I think the White Ferns won by about 100 runs. I think Sri Lanka only got to about 90 in the space of their allotted overs. So, man, we've creamed that one. Moved on to 30 just like that. We've taken that one risky shot, that one aerial drive over cover, but apart from that, it all has really been very well controlled so far from Cliffy. 30 off 16. George Worker did start off, he started off early with getting quite a bit of the strike. He might be run out here. He has gone and got there comfortably. Whew. Lucky. Just need it on the pads. If it goes on the pads, it's just going. Not really the ideal shot. Probably should have played that off the front foot actually rather than the back foot. But back foot skill is something that I need to try and get up in this career mode. It's the thing that I guess is really not dragging me down, but it really isn't allowing me to get up, I guess, much higher than my... I think I'm a level 2 or a two-star player. Nudge that one down the ground. Give another one to Georgie boy. Hopefully he can start hitting some boundaries. But a very good start, very good opening partnership by these two. And that's what we're going to go and try and keep going. But yeah, back to that White Ferns game. It wasn't really advertised, which is a bit of a shame. Because like the guys going around the ground, obviously the... I'm trying to think it was. The red badge guys, which I think are the security people that do obviously the big events at AMI here and the other stadiums around New Zealand. And they said that, you know, it is a bit disappointing that it isn't really advertised, which I think it is, because the quality of cricket that was there, I mean, not so much from the Sri Lankan side, but the White Ferns, ooh. It was actually quite good. It was good quality cricket to go and watch. It was free entry as well. And I mean, there was a little crowd. The pavilion seemed to be quite full. I think with just players, families, and friends. But it was a good day out. Cold as always as it is at Hagley Oval. Oh no, that's going to be out. He's not going to drop that. He's not going to drop that. So again, we go and get a start, but can't quite convert it into that 50+ score, which has been a real issue for me, my whole one-day career. We seem to get it done more often than not in the first-class arena. But I mean, look at that, Peter Fulton, 42 50s and only 400s. It's not a very good conversion rate. It means he's gotten starts, but he hasn't quite gone and pushed on. I can't quite remember what we're chasing. I think it's about 250 from memory, and it's looking as though we didn't even get there chasing that. So that's a bit of a disappointment from the Canterbury Wizards. The Firebirds win by 33 runs. We second top score, which is a bit of an issue. Dean Brownlee only getting a couple more runs than us. Luke Woodcock, 5, 452. He picks up the man of the match. He also got 45 not out of 43. So a very good game from him. But anyway, guys, I'm going to wrap this up here. Do hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please remember to leave a like. If you are new, please do subscribe. Make sure you check out my Facebook and Twitter. Links to that can be found down below in the description. Hope you guys had a good weekend. Make sure you tune in tomorrow. Rugby League Live 3. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you then.